Hey there, and welcome to Crochet Therapy. I'm Barbara, your host for this episode of Morning Coffee and Crochet, and we are doing car crochet today. And the sun is in my eyes, and I think I'm going to have to move. So hold on while I move over to the shade for our live this morning, because I'm not sure exactly where we need to go because of the way the sun is shining. If I turn around, it's going to be right in my eyes. Nope, look at that. Ah! It looked like it was shaded, but no, it's not. Not enough anyway. Good morning. Hold on just a moment while I resituate. I think I'm going to go over here. A little more in the shade. Here we go. Let's see what this does. Oh yeah, much better. Much better. Very good, very good. Okay, so I'm gonna stop right here. I'm actually just kind of parked just kind of on the side of the driveway here. Oh, thank you, Tara. Thank you. Thank you. I'm letting the color, the true color, grow out, and so we'll see if I keep it. I'm not sure. Not so sure. But I did want to go a little bit shorter so that I could just not have to put my hair up in a pony all the time. But then, anyway. But thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, it is so good to see everyone this morning. I hope you're having a great week. Sorry about flaking out on you on Monday. I slept in till 8 o'clock, and when I woke up at 8, the funeral for the Queen of England was going on, and I was just very groggy, so I watched some of that. And then, do you ever have a day where you just aren't feeling it? And so I watched, quite a bit of the funeral, and just the thoughtfulness of the funeral and all of that. I just really, really was just enjoying watching the family and all of that. Oop, there we go. And so I was just sitting crocheting, and so I've got some stuff to show you. It was nice. It was nice. I enjoyed the thoughtfulness and the care and the faith of Queen that was brought out, and she just really planned a really lovely funeral for herself, and she planned the whole thing. So anyway, I enjoyed watching that. Excuse me. Oh my goodness, excuse me, guys. So yeah, hair's not looking so great right now, but anyway, I got some things to show you. It is the end of an era, that is for sure. Something else. So, how is everyone today? And what is in your cup? I have a little bit of coffee left in here, and this is from 5:30, 5:45 this morning. It's no longer hot, but it is tasty because we made it at home. Florida Gators won their game last week. Miracle. They are playing against the Tennessee Volunteers this weekend, and so whoever wins, it's fine for us because we love both teams, but we kind of have a feeling that maybe Tennessee is going to win. All right, Alice has a big coffee. Valerie has a strong big coffee. Wendy, good morning. Let me go back and say good morning to everybody. I didn't do that. So good morning, Wendy. Good morning, Valerie. Good morning, Alice. Good morning, Tara. Let's see who else is here. Naomi, good morning. Good morning, Nikki. And Let's see who else might be here. I can only go back so far. So it's good to see everybody. I was looking for the deer this morning, but no deer this morning. Nikki has a coffee. Yay! And Naomi is heading to the coffee pot right now. Naomi, pour me a nice hot cup of coffee. My coffee's a little bit cool yet, so if you could just top my coffee off, please. Thank you. I appreciate that. So, I got some things to show you, and I have one completed object, and actually, as I was putting this in the bag here, I noticed that it's not completed because this was tucked in to the neckline, so I have to sew this in, and I'm going to do that right now while you're on camera with me. But let me lower this down just a little bit. So looky here, this is the little sweater that I made for my granddaughter. How cute is this sweater? I wish I could like back up enough. Let me see. No, I'm as far back as I can get. But how cute is this sweater? Right? Look at this. Here's the sleeves. See, they come in. And I just had to kind of guess the length of the sleeves because it didn't give a length. It just said as long as you needed. Well, she's in another state, so I don't know. So I thought, well, that looked about right. And if she needs to roll them up a little bit or shove them up, she can do that. But anyway, I don't know if you can see all of it or not, but it's just so cute. It's so cute. So I can't wait to see that on her. And let me get my needle here and sew in these ends while I have you, because if you watched my 100 Days of Christmas, you know that I said, oh, thank you. You know that I said you can't count it as completed unless you sew in all those ends, because then you still have that hanging over your head. And you know, I am ready to make one for myself. However, I have another little girl to make one for, and a couple other people. And then I am ready to make one for myself, because I think that this is going to be a really good sweater for the whole family. I think it's going to be a really good sweater for everyone, because let me see how that goes. Because it is so versatile. It's just a very standard, non-frilly, thank you, non-frilly sweater, right? And it just looks like, you know, if you made this in like a fisherman color, like an off tan color or something like that, it would be kind of like a classic sweater. There's nothing, you know, like I said, there's nothing frilly. It's kind of like just a fisherman's sweater, you know, that you just wear over, you know, a t-shirt or an undershirt or something like that. And so one thing that I did do though, which she did not do because it's more of a boat neck, but I did one row of single crochet all the way around. And hey, Awanda, good to see you. Good to see you. Oh, your patient is now bedridden and on morphine. Oh, I'm so sorry, Valerie. You are there for your patient, and that is so wonderful. So if you can see this, this neck, right here. I did just one single crochet around, and because I didn't really want it to be a boat neck. I didn't want it to be a fashion statement. I wanted it to be timeless, you know. And so I'm even considering like on another one, this was just one single crochet, but I'm considering trying just maybe a second row of single crochet just to see how that goes. You know, I don't want to do anything real fancy with it. I just want it to be simple. But yeah, it's just super cute, and I'm just really loving it. So let me finish weaving in this end, and then I have something else to show you. So I hope that you are having a great week, and that it is treating you well. Yesterday I came to the city with my husband, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. So, you know, I made this. This is in my granddaughter, my youngest granddaughter, Annabelle. It's in her favorite color, which is orange, or one of her favorite colors. She's 2, so she regularly has, you know, a tough time choosing, which is same as me, you know. Now my oldest granddaughter, Nicole, will be 5 in October, and she has from the beginning loved the color pink. So she's never had a problem deviating, you know, with the colors and whatnot. She always has loved the color pink, and I believe she always will. So that is her color. I can actually call this sweater Christmas, because that is what my goal is, to actually have not only Christmas projects done, but uh-oh, you're spinning. Not only to have Christmas projects done, but also to have them wrapped and ready. So, am I still? Yay. Let's see. Oh, Oregon to the Pacific Northwest Yarny Social. Nice. Nice. You're going to a yarn social. I have never heard of such a wonderful thing. That sounds amazing. Here we go. So, almost done with this. I don't make that too thick. You know how you can like go back and forth too much in one area and you make it really thick. But if you go through the thick part, then it helps hold it a little bit better. Let's see. Here we go. All right. All right, one more little pass through and I'll be done. You know, when it comes to clothing, you just get a little paranoid, don't you? You want to make sure that it doesn't come out. Because my little ones, they would sure to find a little thread and go, oh no, and pick at it, you know. And there you go. Okay. One more pass through and we will be done. So today is 95 days until Christmas. And so 95 days, and I have this one completed. You know what? I'm in the car and I have some nail clippers, and that's what I'm using to try to cut this thread, and it's, there we go. It is not wanting to cut. So that's what I get for doing that, right? Okay, so it is officially done. Every end is woven in. Every end is woven in. It is now time for me to, what I like to do with this is to run it in the dryer with a dryer sheet. That helps get any loose dog or cat hair out. And then it also helps freshen it with the dryer sheet. And then, and not for long, just enough to, to pull out that, any loose fur or whatever, and just to freshen it a little bit. And then I'll fold it up, wrap it up in. Okay, sorry about that. I'm not sure what's going on with this area here. I might be, it might be too close. Let's see. It says that I've got 5G, so I don't know what the problem is. It might be under these trees. I'm not sure, but sorry about that. So that's one project down, 95 days. So we're into the 95th day, and what is that? Oh, that's a leaf. Is that a leaf? What is that? Oh no, that's my thing. Okay. We're into 95 days. Last Friday was the, or last Thursday was the 100 days. Friday was 100 days until Christmas. Today is 95 days until Christmas, and I have one project completely off my list, completely done. I have, let me put this back in this bag here so that I can move this over. And then, would you believe it, I went to make my other granddaughter a sweater. And you know, I have all of my yarn in boxes, in tote boxes, clear tote boxes. And it looked through there, it looked like I had, enough pink. It looked like I had about 5 skeins of pink. So I open the lid and I look in, and would you believe it, I have one skein of 5 different shades of pink and different brands. I had a red heart, I had I love this yarn, I had a big twist from Joanne, I had it was just crazy. Okay, this sweater takes 2 skeins of yarn, 7 ounces each, and it takes 2 skeins of yarn to make that sweater for that child size. So I thought, well, I don't have a second skein of yarn. I'll have to go get a second skein of yarn. And so I was trying to figure out, what am I gonna do? Well, I had this one skein. Oh, not this one. I had this one skein of light pink, and I thought, well, I'll start the sweater. I'll start a sweater with that. So it's this light pink, right? And it the colorway is called Soft Pink. Okay, and it's the I love this yarn. I love this yarn in soft pink. So I thought, well, why not? Okay, that sounds good. So I started crocheting it, and let's see, here's what I got done. And when I got this done, I got this far, and I thought to myself, here's this soft pink, and here is this mango. One sister's gonna have mango, and then this sister's gonna have soft pink. I need to, first of all, I didn't have enough yarn to finish this, right? But I thought the other sister needs to have a little more of a bolder pink. Maybe not a neon pink, but if they're, they're both going to be wearing them maybe at the same time. I don't know. They like to do that, right? And I'm like, so we have a soft pink and we have this bold mango. So I stopped crocheting that so that I could go to the store and buy a more bolder pink, which I did. And so yesterday I went to Hobby Lobby and I bought this, and this is just called pink. Okay, it's not soft pink, it's just pink. And so I started this. This is the first side of the sweater that I've started, and I like it. I like the pink. It's not this little fade out pink. It's not a neon pink, but it is a solid good pink, right? And so, want to hear a story? I started this yesterday, and this first row, after you make the ribbing, and you make the ribbing, it's like you chain 6, and then in the second chain from the hook, you just single crochet to the end, so it's 5 stitches wide. This is 5 stitches wide. And of course you do the back loop only in the middle 3, and then you do a single crochet on either end. And then you do, like if you make 52 rows, then you do 52 single crochets. And what that does is it helps flatten out the bottom, right? It gives a nice solid row on the ribbing so that it helps just keep it solid and straight. Clippers. Hey, good morning, Sandy. It's good to see you. And let's see. I hope I didn't miss anybody. And so, anyway, that first row needs to be single crochet. Well, I started this, and of course, you know, I'm like, I know how to do this. I don't have to look at the directions or anything, right? And so what did I do? I did the first row in double crochet. And I was looking at it, and I was like, the double crochet, it was like going in, out, in, out, in, out, because of course with the ribbing, you know, part of it is forward, part of it is back, you know, because you're doing each row. Well, the single crochet, it's tight, it's solid, it keeps it flat. But the double crochet was just like doing this, and I was like, and I thought, that looks different. I don't remember, that sweater didn't look like that. What did, you know, I don't know what's going on with this one. Well, I had 7 rows up, and I thought to myself, let me count my rows and see how good I'm doing. So I started counting the rows, and I was like, okay, but you gotta, you know, kind of skip over that first single crochet row, and, you know, make sure that you're just counting the double crochet rows. And I looked, and I was like, where's the single crochet row? And then I realized what I did. I did not do a single crochet row. I counted my rows. I was 7 rows up. I sat there for a moment. I'm like, what do I do? You have 7 rows. Each row was 52 stitches, not like a big blanket, so it was okay, right? But what do? Well, I tell you what you do. You frog it, and you frog it, and you frog it, and you frog it, until you get back to just having that band. And then you start over, and you do a single crochet row, and then you start doing your double crochets. And I'm so glad I did that, because when I did the single crochet row, you can kind of see it. If you are a crocheter, you can see that single crochet row, and it makes a difference. It really made a difference. And I was like, I'm so glad that I just sucked it up and frogged 7 rows. You know, that's a lot of stitches, but that's okay, because now I'm happy. The single crochet row is in. It's solid. It's helping it stay flatter. You can see that. Now with just a single crochet, it was turning in like this. And then, so then this was like so big, and then this was so tight, because there was nothing solid, nothing thick, nothing, you know, like the single crochet row, nothing tight to hold it flat, to hold it together. So that single crochet row was really, really important to this sweater. And I'm glad that I noticed it 7 rows in and not after I had gotten the whole panel done. If I had gotten that whole panel done, I may have just thrown in the towel and gone and bought another skein of yarn and started over. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I would have done because, wow. Maybe I would have handed this to my mom and said, Mom, can you just frog it for me and then roll it in a ball or something, do something with it. And so I could just pretend that I didn't just have to. 7 rows. And he's like, how many stitches in each row? I'm like, 52. He's like, oh my gosh. And he's like so stressing. I'm like, it's okay. It's all right. I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I got it right. I'm glad that I found it when I did, right? It's crazy, I know. Crazy. Let me do live chat. Yeah, you just have to, yeah, frogging. Sometimes, hey, Jamie. Sometimes frogging is part of the process. You are right, Jamie. You are always right. I was glad that I frogged it. I'm so relieved that I frogged it, really. So now I have, let's see, so I don't count the single crochet row. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and I'm working on my 14th row. So it's not so bad. So that's what I did after I had frogged and blah, 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 and all that stuff. So I didn't go live yesterday. I spent 2 hours in Hobby Lobby. 2 hours. They have so much fall, and it's 50% off. 50% off. They have Christmas out, 50% off. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Striped all the pinks and not bought a new. Yeah, and I would have, except I already did this one in a solid, and I wanted them to be matchy-matchy, even though they weren't the same colors. So that's really why I did that, Wendy, but I do get it. Yeah, frogging. Roberta, good to see you. And so yeah, anyway, I got this started. So I'm halfway through the first side of this sweater, and I'm really happy about it. And then my daughter-in-law, I said, you know, I gave her the swatches for the yarn colors, and I'm like, give me your 1, 2, and 3 choice for colors for a sweater. And so her first one was, her number 1 choice was Gray Mist, which is a very nice gray. So I thought, you know, that's fine. And then she chose medium blue, stripe the pinks. Yeah. And you know, and I thought about doing that, but honestly, honestly, you guys are funny. You're cracking me up. I did want it to match. I wanted it to match because I also had it in my mind, you know, I'm making one for their mommy, my daughter-in-law. And so this is the color she wanted. She wanted this or medium blue or dark teal. And see, I thought about the dark teal. That was kind of on my list because then I thought, oh, you know, that'll really match with the girls. But this is good because this is a neutral. She can wear it with whatever. And so, and she's not a real bright, showy person, although she says she's not, but she does wear, you know, bright colors sometimes. And, you know, anyway, so she's just not like a real showy person. She doesn't like florals and stuff like that. She doesn't like to wear that. She likes more like the solids and everything. So that's fine. And so yeah, so I got that for her. Hey Awanda. And so when I went to Hobby Lobby yesterday, what a tough time I had, and I'll tell you why. because everything was on sale. Everything was 50%. They had tons of fall, and they had these really cute little gnomes, and they were only $3.99 normal, and it was 50% off. I didn't buy any of those. Yes, why does she have stripes? It's true, Nikki. You know when you got those girls. Now listen, Alice, I offered to buy you some yarn. I can go back anytime. You just tell me when. And so, you know, oh, and Alice, what if I bought you yarn and I put it in a like one of those suction bags, you know, where it like flattens everything out? I might be able to send you a lot of yarn for in a very small package. Yeah, send a list, Slice. That's what Nikki says. Go on, send her a list. Do it. So I went to the yarn aisle. First, I went everywhere, like all through the store. I had some really cute things in there. They had a painting, and it was a clawfoot tub, one of those old-fashioned clawfoot tubs, which is like something I really want. And it had 3 baby goats in it, and they were like hanging over the edge, right? And those were all 50% off. And so it was like a $20 picture, and it was $10. You finally got your squares in an envelope. Yay, Roberta, yay. I'll be looking for them. And so I had that, and then they had a Highland cow, and you know, the cows that have like the bangs and they have all the furry fur, those are the Highland cows. And they had a little baby Highland cow, like just one, because they're bigger, and he was just kind of laying there in the same bathtub that was on right, Roberta, I get it. The struggle is real, Roberta. The struggle is so real. And so anyway, I was like, oh my gosh, that would look so pretty in our new bathroom in the new house. I had that on the cart. I went down the yarn aisle, and oh my goodness, all the yarn was on sale, 30% off. And I found this yarn that I absolutely fell in love with. Like, all of the colors were kind of heathered, if you know what that means. Heathered, it's kind of like a smoky kind of vibe to it, you know. And oh, I'm terrible at mailing. I am so terrible at mailing things. I'm the worst. And so anyway, we have I just had, like, there was a deep green. It was a heather deep green. They had the sage green. They had a heather purple, which, you know, it's all muted. It's all like just very soft. And oh yeah. And you know, that's, Wendy, I think they do that all over the United States, so they keep people going. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Tara. Your stepdaughter mailed it for you. That was so sweet. And so yeah, it was just gorgeous, right? They only had 5 skeins, and they were 3.5 ounces, so they weren't huge skeins. But anyway, so they had 3.5 ounce skeins of the dark. They had 5 of those. I thought, well, if I make anything, I'm gonna need all of those. So I got all of those. So then I'm thinking, like, granny squares, right? And I'm thinking, oh, that could be the base, like the border for the granny squares. And then I could use the sage green for the leaves, and then do the different colors, like the heather pink, and the heather lavender, and the heather blue, and the heather spice, and all of those colors, right, could be the center, and then do the sage. And then if I did you know, one more row of the color, or a different color to coordinate, and then do the dark pink on the outside, right? Oh, your post offices are in your drugstores. We had some of those like that too. Oh, that's good. That's good. I actually really like that. We had a drugstore that had a post office in it too. And that was, yeah, it was a good place. Of course, we have one right down the street from me and I still don't go to it. So anyway, so let's see. I had 5 of the dark greens. I had 3 or 4 of the sages. I had 2 heather lavenders, 2 of the pinks, 2 of the spice, 2 of the blues. There was another color. 2 of another color. So I had a lot of yarn in this basket. And so, like, by the time I got done, you know, my basket, you know, their baskets aren't there, their buggies are not that big, but anyway, it's like, And so I'm like driving my buggy and going around and still looking at everything, and then I just started thinking, you know, Barbara, realistically, you're not going to, because what I wanted to make with this heathered yarn was granny square sweaters, but they were granny square sweaters for the granddaughters, but I'm making these sweaters for them too. And I was like, you know, realistically speaking, you are not going to get these granny square sweaters done because these are for Christmas. You're not going to make another one for Christmas. You're not going to make another sweater for Christmas. And so this will have to be for next year. And so why are you buying it now? You haven't moved yet. And so I asked myself the question, Barbara, and see, I know I'm serious when I say my full name. Well, not my full name, but when I don't just start talking to myself, but when I stop and say, Barbara, do you want yarn or do you want a house? And I said to myself, well, Barbara, I want a house. And I said, yes, I do. I want a house. So I went back, and not only did I just put things back, but I went back to the exact aisle, to the exact spot. I put the pictures back in their right place. I went over and put something else back in its right place. I think I might have had something Christmassy. I put that back, and I went over to the yarn aisle and I put all the yarn back except for what I needed for the sweaters for Christmas. And thank you, Roberta. Thank you. So I did. So I ended up with 6 skeins of yarn, 2 of the pinks for the little sweater and 4 for my daughter-in-law, because I wasn't exactly sure. I think that 3 would be enough, but I got the same dye lot, and they only had 1 more of that same dye lot. So I got 4 of those just in case I needed, you know, an extra, a little extra of that 4th for her size sweater. And so I got 6 skeins of, oh, right? I just, not at first. I didn't have willpower at first. I just, you know, yeah. Because at first I'm like, I am loving these colors. And I was, like, I hadn't been in love with yarn, like just fallen in love with a new yarn like I did this yarn, right? But anyway, I did it, and I put it all back, and I was like, you know, this is a good thing. So I still have, I did not put everything away because there was one thing that I got for my sweet sister-in-law. Oh. And she turned 60, and I was in Tennessee when her birthday happened. So this weekend, oh, and look at all these free things that I got. Yeah, I did all of these free things, and some of them actually have patterns, and some of them, yeah, I have to move all that. You are right. Hey, Cuppy's Crochet, good to see you. And so there's like patterns, and like this one is for the velvet yarn, but you don't have to use velvet yarn. I don't really like using velvet yarn, but anyway. And then this one is Afghan patterns. And this one is really neat because it has squares, different square ideas, right? But anyway, so that's free. And so this is what I got for my sweet sister-in-law. I hope she's not watching. But she just has till, I know she's at work right now. She's got children that she's keeping track of. But how cute is this? Oh my goodness, it's a little Yorkie. It's a picture, a little Yorkie with a crown, a tiara, and it says Queen of Everything. And I just love it. I just love it, love it, love it. How cute is this? It's just adorable. And Yorkie put down in Tennessee together. He was a Yorkie. So anyway, so that's that. But so I am. Roberta says, that's a lie. I'm the queen. Oh, you made that cow? Nice. That's on the roll pattern booklet. I'll have to look. Nice. Okay, so Tara's talking about some kind of hook, and that's really neat and interesting. So I want to show you something else that is almost finished, and I'm real excited about that. You saw me working on it. Now this is not, none of the ends are woven in. None of the ends are woven in. Lordy have mercy. And you know what? I can't even show you the whole thing here because it's so big. But look at that. So this is going to be like that. So I'm just going to go up. Whew, it's just so big. So there's the center. It is big. It's like going down my legs. It's just really, 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 really big. So I hope that you were able to see some of it this way, but it is really, really big. And I think I have 4 rows left. I kind of lost track, but I'm pretty sure it's 4 or 5 rows that I have left. So I'm going to work on that a little bit today, along with, you know, the sweater and everything. But then once I get this done, then I just have to weave in the ends. This is going to be a Christmas present as well. So, oh, I think I just got coffee on it. Oh, well. So, oh, you have the big mug that says you're the queen. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, the phone is sketchy. It seems like I am, oh, okay. They're having major issues today. Wow. Anyway, so this is, she's lurking and listening. That's good. So, hey, Elaine, good morning. I'm glad you're here too. So yeah, I'm just so pleased with this blanket, and I'm so surprised at how large it is. And I'm so pleased with the colors. And then, you know, I have a green one that I started, but that one is like down to here. Like, I mean, it's not even near being finished. But if I had to, you know, if I thought of someone else, if I had to, I could potentially you know, finish that one for Christmas and do that. So anyway, I am just really pleased with this blanket, and yeah. So my sister-in-law made this in similar colors, and she gave it to her son for Christmas 2 years ago because she finished hers. She was like, well, I didn't have anything else to do, and she said, and I was obsessed. This is Crochet Crowd, and this is their mandala. Here it is in quarters. This is just a quarter of it. It's their mandala, and it is in February of 2020. Yeah. And so he had broken it into like 4 weeks, I think, 4 weeks. And so I hope that this is the end. I was thinking that it was more than that, but maybe not. So Jamie, it's almost the same colors that you did. It is. I saw the picture of the colors that you did, Roberta, and yours was beautiful, gorgeous. And then hubby and I picked out some colors in greens, and we used kind of the same grays, but then we changed out all of the blues with greens, and it's going to be really pretty. But what a pretty, gorgeous stitch. Yeah, what a gorgeous stitch. So I'm really loving this blanket, and it's huge. So even though it's round, like if you wanted to put it on and cover yourself, thank you, Roberta, and cover yourself like while you're on the couch or whatever, it will just nicely drape. So anyway, it's a good thing. So anyway, that's what I wanted to show you. So I'm working on the pink one. I've got the mango sweater finished. I'm almost finished with this blanket. I have another blanket that is finished that I'm going to give my grandson for Christmas. And actually, I'm thinking I've got something else for my grandson for Christmas that I think I'm just going to keep. I got it extra in the mail, but I think that I'm going to either give that to him for his birthday or for Christmas. Not sure. So anyway, yes, sea greens, really, really pretty. That one was pretty too. So anyway, that's all I've got to show you, which I think is a lot. And so that's what I'm working on. I'll share the pattern for the sweater again. I will. And I'll also put the link for the mandala below also. I think that there is a link for the whole thing as one, because he did it as a like a weekly thing, so he has the separate ones, but then I think he has it all together as well. So I will do that. Mikey from the Crochet Crowd did the tutorial for that one. He did a great job. You know, it's really oh, that was, wow. You left it as a thank you gift at the beach house that you stayed at. What a lovely thank you gift. Seriously, lovely, lovely. Just a really, really amazing thing. Those are really pretty colors. Wow, and the hours that you put to make that blanket, Roberta, just the hours alone, you know, I was really taken in by this pattern for this blanket because it took, I think, 8 skeins of yarn, and that was it, and 1 skein of each color. And oh, you sold the other 2. Can I be a little bold and a little nosy and ask you how much you got for the 2 blankets? Because it's well worth a couple $100s in my eyes. So I'm just wondering, You know, if you got a good amount, or if you got, you know, $100 out of it, 120. Oh, good for you. You used 4 skeins of 1-pounders. Oh, you got $200. That's perfect. That's wonderful. I know, right, Alice? I would have left a couple dishcloths, right? That's my level of thank you. I mean, this is like, I love you to the ends of the earth kind of a blanket for me, right? Yeah, yeah. And I know. I know. So anyway, that's kind of fun. Um, wow. I mean, like this, if I give you this, then you know that like I'm devoted to you for the rest of your life. Because this is, oh my goodness, the connection today is not that great. I think it's because I'm under the trees really bad. Usually I have better, I have 5G here, but it's just flipping in and out. I don't know why. So yeah, this is a commitment. I started this in February of 2020, and here it is bearing down on, so it's, you know, bearing down on 3 years in February. So hopefully I'll get this done before the 3-year mark. So that's good. That's good. All right, guys. Well, our connection today is a little sketchy. I'm going to let you go. I hope that you have a great rest of your Wednesday and keep crocheting. Just keep on whipping through. 95 days until Christmas. Budget, budget, budget your time. Figure out how much time you have. Do your projects, get them done, finish your whips, go through your whips and see what you might want to give as a gift. I have lots of whips. Some of them, I don't really care if they get done right now. So I did pull this one out because this one was close to completion, this blanket, and I'm super happy that I did because I'm getting super, super close to being finished, and I'm really, really happy about it. So anyway, I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I will see you on Friday. And stay safe, be kind, and get hooking. And who knows, I may show up later today because I'm in the car and I'm crocheting. So keep an eye out. Much love to everybody. Talk to you later.